All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Oren. Once again, I'm back with my vlog review. I'm taking a look at Smackdown, and I gotta say, Smackdown was really good on Friday. I wanted to talk about a few things. Actually, there's so many things that I wanted to talk about in this show that it was actually pretty impressive. First off, as you can see, wanted to talk about Cody and the Bloodline, and it was very interesting how they wanted Cody to start the show and then Roman to end it, which was pretty cool. So it's like you got two big, colossus checking shit out. But in the beginning, it was Cody coming out, and addressing the audience and such, and then the Bloodline coming in, trying to start some shit once again. And I just love where Cody's at right now. I mean, Cody has literally started from the bottom, and now, well, look at that. He's fucking great. Started addressing the WWE universe, and then the Bloodline was like, oh, basically this isn't over. Like, we're still gonna have a feud. And then out of nowhere, this whole situation kind of was starting to escalate little by little. And then out of nowhere, out came, hold on, Kevin Owens helping him with Cody. So Cody with the Bloodline. So they came out. He brought a chair. How like a few weeks ago, how Cody brought out the baseball bat with CM Punk. So it was pretty cool to see. And then after that, I thought I was gonna go to commercial break. I thought it was gonna be over, and I was gonna be like, oh, the Bloodline stuff is not over. It's gonna continue. So it's gonna be drawn out for a while, especially with Roman coming back. But then it didn't go to commercial. They actually went to Cody still, and he asked Kevin Owens to fight him at Bash at Berlin, which is intriguing. It was very interesting to say. And Kevin Owens is like, oh no, I haven't deserved it, and this and that, blah blah blah. And then Cody's like, listen, these people say you deserved it, I say you deserve it, so I'm gonna talk to Nick Aldis and see if I can make it official. So this match seems pretty interesting. I was thinking for him to fight Randy, but then I realized on Raw, Randy's fighting Gunther at Bash at Berlin, so he's going for the world title. So the match between Randy and Cody is they're saving it for a better pay-per-view, I guess. So they had a little get together, a little powwow of sorts, and they went backstage and they made the match official. I'll talk about that in a bit. So, but yeah, this seems very interesting, and I'm down, definitely down. I love Kevin Owens. I've loved these two guys. Basically, there is so much talent right now. So, sorry about that. I'm all thumbs today. So, and then the next thing I wanted to talk about. I love these guys, the Street Profits, and A-Town Down Under. These guys did a hell of a match. I mean, it was really good, and they did so many spots. And then at the end, I'm so glad that the Street Profits won. The only thing is that I hope they become tag team champions, because they've been grinding for so long, and they always, from what I've seen, they always come up short. And I would really appreciate if they finally get something, if they finally claim back the tag team champions. I think they were tag team champions a bit before, like a few years back. But they've just been grinding and grinding. So I really hope they basically qualify. This is a qualifying match for the tag team championship. So the Street Profits won. I'm super glad they did. And also, side note, Montez Ford is, man, Montez Ford has massive potential to be. He has massive potential to be Intercontinental Champion, US champion, or even world or WWE champion, because that man is super talented and he's super energetic in the ring. So well done, Street Profits. I hope you guys win. The next one I want to talk about here was Chelsea Green, Tiffany Stratton, and of course the official announcement for the match at Bash of Berlin. So with Tiffany Stratton, Chelsea Green, and Piper Niven, of course, they're all there. They're saying that, oh, she's gonna betray Nia Jax. Tiffany's gonna betray her cash in. She's like, no, super insulting and stuff. I mean, we all know. I mean, she's gonna betray. I mean, that's what heels do. Heels betray. The only thing is a question of how and when. So maybe at Bash of Berlin, I'm not sure, or the pay-per-view after that, probably. So they're gonna set the whole thing up, and then with Kevin Owens and Cody, they're just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then Nick Aldis finally made it official that he agrees with Cody and the WWE Universe that Kevin Owens and versus Cody for the WWE title at Bash of Berlin, and it's official. And I want to see how it goes, because I've honestly never seen Cody versus Kevin. Have you guys seen it? Let me know in the comments if you want to write down if you've seen it. But I've never seen that match, so it's very, very interesting. There was that Leonardo DiCaprio meme from Django Unchained, where it was like, oh, well, you had my curiosity, now you have my attention. So this match is gonna have my attention on it, and I hope it's a slobber knocker. So now the next thing I also wanted to talk about, I mean, SmackDown has so many things that was very good and done well. It was but this is who I wanted to talk about was here, Jade Cargill. I mean, I can appreciate. I really can appreciate her dedication and her hard work in the ring. I mean, it looks like she's getting a lot better, but she seems really stiff in the ring. I mean, she's like a robot. It's I'm not sure why that happens to her. Maybe because she's kind of bulky. I don't know, but I do appreciate her dedication and the love she has for the business. I'm pretty sure she's having so much fun with Bianca Belair, and now Naomi came in and saved them from the tag team champions. Man, I don't remember their names. God, they won the titles in Scotland. So, but yeah, Jade Cargill, she's kind of like a Goldberg character. Short matches, very few moves. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen if they want her to be the face of the company for the women's division, because she's, in my opinion, she still has a lot of work. But she won the match, so good on you, Jade. Keep going no matter what, and I hope everything works out with her, So the next thing, LA Knight and Santos Escobar. So LA Knight came out, and LA Knight is the man, like, all the time. He's such a popular guy. So he came out and he finally won the WWE Championship, which is the shit. So, and then Santos Escobar comes out challenging him. So Santos Escobar actually had a match with Andrade. Andrade was another great wrestler, and of course Santos won, which is fine by me, because Santos has massive potential as well. They all have massive potential, but Santos is going to have a match with LA Knight for the US title, and I want to see how that match is. I've seen them before, and they're not bad. They have some good chemistry, LA Knight and Santos. So I want to see how this match will end up. Maybe it's going to be a huge, close to a 5-star match. I'm definitely down. So it's going to be sweet. Okay. Now this breaks my heart. This right here, like, oh man. So I got these two guys. Oh boy, Pretty Deadly, which is it's so funny. They're like Chelsea Green, in my opinion, like a comedy act. But I like them. They're hilarious to laugh at. So, and that's the idea. That's the point of it. So they fought DIY. And DIY, I love Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember, but they had the greatest matches in NXT when they were friends, and then they betrayed each other. And it's just the storylines at the time when NXT was like hardcore, metal and rock, and it's just like pure blood and guts. Like it was they were in that time, and they had great matches and great rivalries, and this was another qualifying match for the tag team titles, and they won, which is I just which is great stuff. But the Street Profits also won, so it's I'm not sure who's gonna win this match. I'm betting on the Street Profits because now it's their turn to win the new titles because DIY already won the titles, which is a shame because they lost it in a month, which is bullshit. Which is Triple H. You need to take care of your boys, man. Take care of your boys. Stop fucking with them. Okay, stop messing around with them because this it's they just I'm not sure, but the match will probably be Street Profits versus DIY, and I think that DIY is going to lose. Street Profits will win, and then what are we going to do with DIY? I don't know if they're going to break them apart and then start that rivalry that they did at NXT. I don't want that yet, but only time will tell. Triple H, please handle this with care. Thank you. And now the last moment that I wanted to talk about, which was fucking sweet, was the whole Bloodline situation. Get this down here. Bloodline 2. And here we are at the finale. And this was intense. This was great. The Bloodline came out. Solo Sikoa started talking mad shit about Roman. And like a lot of people are like, oh, Solo is Solo's pathetic. Solo is this guy who why did he get a WWE title shot and stuff like that? He's like a coward. He's like this kind of guy who hides behind his men and stuff. Yes, that's the whole point. You're supposed to hate him. That's what makes Solo, in my opinion, a good heel. He's that kind of heel where he just doesn't care, where he'll do anything to win, whether it be cheat or use his boys or hire Jacob Fatu to handle shit and then go for the pin. That's the kind of heel he is. He's not the kind of heel like Roman was, where Roman was he would do things himself and he would be like, yeah, the guy. So I do appreciate Solo's work as that kind of heel. And he was in the ring talking mad shit, saying that Roman was pathetic. He shouldn't have come back, and that he should have won. And then Roman comes out. No dialogue needed. I mean, he just comes out, and his presence alone was just electrifying the whole crowd. And he went in there, started beating the shit out of the entire fake Bloodline, the OTC, and he was getting ready to spear Solo, but then Solo got dragged out of the way by his boys, and then they started beating up on Roman because Roman was fixated, as you can see right down there. The I don't know what this is called, but I guess it's like to crown the tribal chief. So Roman was eyeing that, and then the boys kind of like jumped him and shit. But then Roman got the upper hand again and started beating the shit out of them. So he speared one of them through like the barricade outside, and then he started beating the shit out of the dude with the eye patch, with the chair. So Roman trying to be as careful as possible not to damage his cousins. So. But it was great. Roman didn't need to say a damn thing, and all he needed to say was that line every time he says before the spear, just the ooh, and everybody just says it. So, and he stands tall in the ring, as you can see, like right down there in the last one. So he stands tall in the ring, and Solo took the thing. And basically Solo saying, nah, this is mine, I'm the tribal chief and stuff like that. This is good stuff. This is great storylines. And this was the ending of the night for SmackDown. And I gotta say, SmackDown took it this week. Definitely took it this week. SmackDown wasn't as messy as Raw. And although the wrestling aspect, I give it to NXT, because NXT, the wrestling was, I stand by that decision, the wrestling was great. But SmackDown was a more, in my opinion, cohesive and flowed a lot better than Raw, and it had a lot of more interesting stories and side quests, as you could say, side quests than NXT. NXT just had the wrestling aspect of it, which was still great. NXT, fucking great. But yeah, SmackDown took it away, and I love the fact that Triple H made this man Roman Reigns, one of the faces of the company, in like that, compared to Vince McMahon, which Vince McMahon tried so many fucking years to make this man a face. Nobody accepted him because the way Vince McMahon did the booking, awful. Triple H, you did a great job, man. 2 thumbs up. I applaud you, man. Well done. And great SmackDown, guys. So SmackDown was the shit. It won this week. What do you guys think? You think SmackDown won, or you think Raw won, or you think NXT won? Let me know in the comments. And also remember, don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me. I'm gonna be doing more vlogs. So just me talking to you, telling you guys what I feel, and my predictions about what's gonna happen in the future. And also, speaking of that, I almost forgot this, but this whole situation that you see here, I'm pretty sure is gonna collide at Bash at Berlin. This is my prediction. Bash at Berlin, Roman Reigns is going to join Cody, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton against the Bloodline, and then do some sort of like team situation where it's Roman and Cody and the guys, and how they have to work together, and they're like enemies against Solo, Jacob Fatu, and all these guys. So I think that's where they're going. Not yet. I don't think they're gonna have Cody versus Roman yet, but I think that's where they're going. And then eventually, once the bloodline, the new bloodline is handled, then they're gonna start doing the whole Cody versus Roman 2 feud. Well, no, 3, technically 3. So, and let's see where it goes. But that's my prediction for that. So, but let's see what happens at Bash at Berlin and the rest of the show. So hopefully I get to talk to you guys more. But much love, guys, and you guys take care and have a good weekend. All right, peace.